Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Locum23. You're joining me for Choices of Stories You Play. Endless Summer, Book 1, Chapter 14. Last Night on Earth. I hope you all enjoy the southern accent. Last time on Endless Summer, you and your friends have gathered on the rooftop garden of the Celestial to confront Alistair on his deception. And he just revealed a shocking secret. My name is Everett Alistair Rourke II, the man who built this place, the man who brought all of you here is my father. A stunned silence falls over the group until... What? So, it's you. Did not see that coming. I kinda did. You've been lying to us? Grace, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. He reaches for Grace, but she pulls away. So wait, you're the boss's man's son? And that's supposed to make us trust you? What's the deal? Did he play here to spy on us? Is he listening in right now? No, for God's sake, I'm not a spy. I don't know. I think he sounds sincere. That's what spies do. That's like... literally their basic job. I believe him? I don't believe him. I believe him. You do? That should automatically make us friends. I'm just saying. Really? I mean, it does explain a lot, and I kind of expected a trained spy to be more, you know, suave, cool. Badass, capable, not like a huge dork. Enough already, I take your meaning. But if you're not a spy, what are you doing here? Why did you lie your way onto the trip? Alistair lets out a long sigh, turns to the railing, gazing out over the island. My whole life, all I ever wanted was his approval, his respect. For him to look at me with pride, to embrace me as his heir. He was always gone on one business trip or another, always occupied with his resort or his research projects. My 10th birthday, he was in Kyoto, unveiling his new fusion-powered bullet train. My high school graduation, he was in Moscow negotiating trans-European trade agreement. And still, I thought I could impress him. If I just achieved enough, if I followed in his footsteps, he'd finally recognize me for what I'm worth. Alistair? He promised me we'd spend time together this summer, that he'd show me the intricacies of his business, that he'd consider bringing me in. He cancelled, of course, as he is wont to... Wow, I kind of screwed this up. I'm kind of getting into it, because I know how this feels. As he wont to do. That didn't... As he is wont to do. Wow, it is... As he is wont to do. Okay, so that's not just me getting kind of... blindsided. Okay. But that wasn't the worst part. No, the worst part was when I discovered that 10 students from my very college would be randomly selected to take his prized trip to his island while he was there. Rourke was here? I sent him a furious letter, and lo and behold, I got an email inviting me to come along. After all, perhaps he meant to make amends. Well, I wasn't going to make amends. I planned to confront my father and tell him how I truly felt, to sever myself from this blasted family once and for all. I planned for all that, but then we hit that storm, and now I realize how foolish I was. My father is gone, for all I know deceased, and I'm stranded here, where I'll probably die too, and he'll never know my true feelings. Alistair, that's so... So I took a sip of my coffee, in case you're wondering. This is a deep thought. I kind of dealt with the same as a kid. My mother was never there. I was dealing with so many problems as just a child, let alone teenager, let alone adult. And my father... my father didn't want me alive, let's put it that way. He made that clear when I was not even a year old. So, hoping, praying, whatnot for things to change. I know how that feels. So, when I say that's so sad, we did that in the normal edition. I don't know whether it's sad that like the aspect of Rourke's, you know, Alistair's father, and how he's just kind of, or it's pathetic that his father is a piece of crap. I'm gonna go with pathetic. John? No, John's right. I have been pathetic. Of all this time crawling in my father's wake, yearning for tiny scraps of his approval like a dog begging at his master's side. This is getting weird, man. I don't need him. I don't need his approval. I don't need his love. You all look at each other uneasily. Alistair, I understand why you got yourself onto the trip. But why did you lie to us after we landed? Why not tell us the truth? I didn't trust you. I thought if you knew who I was, you'd want to blame me or use my connections. And then, when the situation became clear, it was too late. I already lied. And I thought if you found out the truth, you'd assume I was involved. Gee, I wonder why. I wanted to tell you, I did, but not to interrupt a therapy session, but has anyone else seen that? Yeah, the volcano? She points out over the railing. Over there, you see the islands, a sprawling jungle. Reaching out from it, the grasping fingers are a half-dozen columns of smoke. The Watchers! They're not hiding anymore. They're gearing up. Getting ready for war. My guess is they'll strike at first light. A cold wind blows over you. Your conflict suddenly seems so small, so trivial. I'm gonna go back downstairs. Me too. Yeah, no point staying up here. One by one, you all head back downstairs, leaving Alistair alone on the rooftop. You wander down into the restaurant, where your friends have split off into various smaller groups. Okay, well, there's me! There's a tense energy in the air, a palpable dread. Raj and Zara hang out at the bar. Michelle and Craig sprawl on the couches. Iris and Leela stand by the barricaded windows. Who do you talk to first? Raj and Zara. You stroll over to the bar where Zara and Raj are laying out an array of bottles. It's gotta be strong, right? We can agree on that? Oh yeah, definitely a couple of shots of hard liquor in there. I'm thinking rum because tropical island? Nah. You drink rum when you're kicking back on the beach. If you're facing certain death, you gotta go with whiskey. True, but that doesn't pair with blue Curacoa. And we gotta have blue Curacoa. Because, you know, the Watchers have blue skin. I was gonna ask about that. So, are they like just the dudes from Avatar? Ah! Those were like blue cat people. No, they weren't, Raj. No, they literally, Pixelberry, I gotta call them on this. They literally did copy the people from Avatar. They were not cat people. If they were cat people, they would have been more feline. And they also would have had hair. These are like blue and green plant people? Which reminds me, should we put something herby in it, like some mint, maybe? What are you two up to? Trying to make the perfect drink for the night. Something that says fun and friendship in the face of likely death. That sounds awesome. You think so? Yeah, I mean, we've barricaded the doors, made some weapons, done everything we can to protect ourselves. Why not have a drink? For old time's sake, if nothing else. Exactly. This might be a weird thing to say, but I really do admire your optimism. You guys somehow managed to find an upside in some pretty dark situations. Except for Zara. Hey, easy optimists. I just like drinking. When you guys figure out what your drink is, I'd love to try one. You step away from the bar. Let's go with Michelle and Craig. Stroll over the couches where Craig and Michelle are sprawled out. So, Michelle, you're smart, right? Compared to you, Craig, who isn't? I mean, just, what do you think our odds are against the Watchers? I mean, I bet I could take 2, maybe 3 of them hand to hand, but if they got swords or, like, they're riding dinosaurs, why would they be riding dinosaurs? I don't know, just seems like the kind of thing they do. No, look, Craig, I have absolutely no idea what our odds are. I don't think anybody does. I just know that I sure as hell don't want to die here. I mean, none of us want to die. I know, but it would be so unfair. I had a whole life planned out, and I'm not gonna live any of it. I was gonna graduate with honors, do a medical residency in New York, become a world-renowned neurosurgeon, and get married to me. It doesn't matter. It's stupid. I just can't all end here. Not like this. Michelle. Look what we've survived so far. We can't know the future, so let's live in the present. I agree with that. Seriously? That's all you got? And Michelle, none of us know what's gonna happen. Maybe we'll beat the Watchers, get safely home, and the next day get hit by a car. Why would you even say that? Because that's how life works. I'm making a point. We never know when we're gonna die, so we have to live every day like it's our last and be grateful for everything we've already had. Yeah! You're totally right. Even if, like, I go out like a hero fighting those Watcher dudes, I've still got to live a pretty damn good life. I got to play college ball with my best friend Sean. I got to see my folks proud as hell of the son they raised. And I got to party on an island and have a crazy-ass adventure. You're right, John. Live in the present. That's what it's all about. You really mean that? There's nothing left you dream about? Nothing you regret not doing? Craig's eyes flit to the bar, filled for just 1 second with a stinging sadness. Nah, nothing. You guys hang in there. We'll get through this. You step away from the couches. Just real quick. That's life. So, folks, pretty much my whole entire life is filled with regrets. My whole entire life is filled with conflict. You gotta live today like it's your last. You got to. Because people who typically make plans, you ever notice how most of their plans always end up something happens, and oh no, what do I do now? And they didn't plan for that. You have to also prepare. I mean, nothing wrong with planning, but you're going to have regrets. You're going to have to live in the moment. I suggest living in the moment. More so than, here's what I have planned, it's 5 years, 10 years. I mean, you can do that, but you realize you're going to have hiccups that come along the way. Iris and Leela. You walk over to the pile of furniture barricaded by the windows, which Leela and Iris are examining. They don't notice your approach. What do you think, Iris? Provided an attack force of 5 watchers, these barricades should deter them for at least 30 minutes. And if there are more than 5? I can answer that question, but my positive social interaction module suggests it might be better not to. Well, I do like a good challenge. Indeed. Appreciates adversity and responds well to pressure is listed as one of the dominant traits of your employee profile. Leela stops in her tracks. Iris, what else does it say about me? Oh, plenty. Excellent outdoor skills, upbeat and encouraging attitude, could use some sensitivity training. There's more, of course, but it's Gamma classified, and my current build is only cleared for Epsilon and lower. Good. Leela? Oh, you startled me. Is there something you wanted? Just wondering, did you know that Alistair was Rourke's son? Ever notice how you and Iris kind of look alike? So we've already had that answered if you've watched book 2 and pretty much know. If not, you should really catch up on book 2. So I'm going to go with, did you know Alistair was Rourke's son? Well, yes, of course. But Mr. Rourke has always asked that we protect his family's privacy, and I felt it was my duty to not expose Alistair. Okay, I get normally, but even in this situation, maybe our survival is more important than company policy. A Rourke employee is always on the job. Yeah. It's true. That's item 7 in the company handbook. Iris, did you know Alistair was Rourke's son? I do not have his personal file currently, but my scan of his DNA did suggest it. How often do you scan our DNA? Don't answer that. Is there anything else you're not telling us? Anything else you know about this place? I'm telling you everything I've been cleared to tell you in my capacity as a tour guide for Rourke International. Oh, I'd like to smack you myself right now. I'm serious. I would love to just... If the Watchers ever took her, I'd let it happen. Right. You walk away from the windows. That's when you notice Grace, sitting all by herself. You walk over and take a seat next to her. Hey. Oh, hi, John. You want a drink or anything? Raj and Zara are making a signature cocktail. No, thank you. I don't feel like drinking. Is this about Alistair? No, I mean, a little. Oh, okay, yes. I get why everyone's mad at him. He shouldn't have lied. That was wrong, I agree. But I understand why he did it. I understand why he felt like he had no choice. He must feel so bad. Is that all? Grace looks at you and lets out a long sigh. Look, I'm not the most socially skilled person in the world, and maybe I'm just misreading the signs, but, for a while there, I felt like he was opening up to me, like he was dropping that acerbic, bitter shell and showing me his real self. You like him? I do, and now I might never have a chance to tell him so. Go and tell him now! You think so? Look, we're stranded on a mysterious island, full of terrifying creatures, and there's an army of blue-skinned warriors gearing up to attack us. If there was ever a time to tell a guy you like how you feel, it's now. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You're right. Grace takes several deep breaths. Grace Tamara Hall, you got this. I did not know her middle name was Tamara. Was it on her profile, or have we not got to her profile yet? Because remember, we haven't got through everyone's. She takes a few steps and turns around. Do you think you could maybe come with me for moral support? Sure. The two of you take the elevator up to the rooftop garden. The door slides open. As you see Alistair huddled against the railing, clutching his bleeding hand, a dozen shards of broken glass lie around him. Alistair! She runs over to him, kneeling down by his side. Grace, what happened? I accidentally smashed a glass. Cut my hand. Quite uncomfortable. Let me see. It's fine. Just leave me be. I can handle it. You're bleeding badly, Alistair. You need to wrap this up. Grace takes Alistair's hand in hers. She looks around for something. Here, use this leaf. You rip a thick green leaf off an unusually potted plant and hand it to Grace. She wraps it around Alistair's hand and he winches. Better? Perhaps a little. Now leave me be. Wait. I wanted to... I said go, Grace, please. I beg of you. I really think you should hear her out. Stop being an asshole, too. That worked out. Why? So I can feel even more like a wretch, so you can rub in how badly I betrayed you? No, you big idiot. So I can tell you how I feel. What? I know that you're not the most friendly person. I know that it's hard for you to open up, to connect to people, to make friends. I never needed them. Come on, Alistair. You know that's not true. You've clearly had a hard life, and you've built up these walls to protect yourself, to keep yourself from getting close to others, to keep them from hurting you. Hurting you the way your father did. And what makes you so certain you know me so well? Don't you get it, Alistair? I know, because I'm exactly the same. My mother only cares about one thing, that I'm number one in everything, no matter the cost. All my life, I've had to deal with her pressure bearing down on my shoulders. I got straight A's, I got prestigious awards. I interned at her company and excelled at all my tasks, and yet it was never enough. Exactly. Grace, I had no idea we had so much in common. Neither did I, and yet, in a weird way, I feel like maybe I kind of did. From the minute we got off the plane, I felt drawn to you, and as totally insane as that past week has been, the highlight has been the time we've spent together. You're smart and interesting, and you have a real kindness in you, buried so deep, like diamonds at the heart of 1,000 feet of stone. Grace, you understand me. Of course, you dummy. Smiling, Grace steps up close to Alistair and stretches up on her tiptoes. Alistair's cheeks flush a deep pink. I like you. And I like... Heavens! He holds up his hand, and the one he'd cut earlier in disbelief. As you and Grace stare, he unwraps the leaf, to reveal that the cut is completely healed. Whoa. Remarkable. Truly. He no longer dislikes you. Holy shit. Holy crap, everyone. So, we found out that the plant on the rooftop is a healing plant. The plant leaf? Perhaps it's a hyper-evolved form of aloe. be, but that doesn't explain the rapid speed of recovery. It's somehow reconstructed the cell tissue. Amazing! Do you think that maybe it's in relation to the serum generated by the... I'll leave you two alone. I think you've got it from here. You hop back in the elevator and head back down the lobby. Thanks a lot, Pixelberry. I really was actually fascinated by the leaves that actually would have told us more about healing. But don't mind me. The rest of your friends are there. Jake lounges by the bar, Estella practices combat by the doors, Sean scans hotel blueprints, and Quinn sprawls in a big comfy chair. And Diego comes bounding around the corner. Hey, John. How are you holding up, Diego? Oh, you know, ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Found some chips in the kitchen. Gonna get murdered by a bunch of Lord of the Rings rejects. The usual. At least you got some chips, though. Salt and vinegar, baby. The best. Do you have some Cool Ranch Doritos? Maybe some spicy chips? Salt and pepper? Or salt and vinegar, sorry. It looks at the four others hanging out. So, you gonna... You know? Am I gonna what? Do I seriously need to spell it out? Make a move. What? Come on, John. I've seen the way you're acting. Flirting, teasing, staring out with a ba-dum party eyes. It's my conscience voice. That's what Diego is. I'm actually a patient from the mental asylum talking to myself right now. Talking to my conscience. So, what are you waiting for? Go get that steamy R-rated action. I mean, now? This might be our last night on Earth, John. What better time than now? You look out again at the lobby and decide Diego's right. This is the time to take this all the way! So I'm thinking of Estella, because I want to end up with Quinn leading into, so just letting you all know that. If you're thinking I'm going to pick either of the two guys, I really do apologize, but since I'm a guy, maybe when I do a female playthrough, maybe. Let's go with Estella first. You walk over to Estella. Hey. Hello, John. You, busy? No, not really. I'm killing time until the Watchers attack. Well, you know, I was just, wondering if, maybe you wanted to come with me to my room? Estella looks at you cautiously. Hang out in your room. Just us. Yeah? Her gaze meets yours, her soft brown eyes glistening. Yes, I'd like that. Okay then. The two of you make your way up to your room. So, this is your room. Yep. So, go ahead and, make yourself at home. I've got some wine in the cabinet, and there's a pretty great view out of the window, and... John, did you invite me up here to discuss your room? No, not really. Stella steps towards you. She's unusually agitated. Tense, even. Listen, I'm not so good at this sort of thing. I don't exactly know what to say. Well, what do you want? I want you to kiss me. I mean, we're being forward, why not? God. You step forward, Press your lips to Estella. She flinches for a split second, then leans in, kissing you fuller, deeper. After a moment, you pull away. Was that okay? I want you to kiss me again. And I want to touch you this time. To feel you. You reach down and pull off your shirt. Estella sucks in her breath, just a little. Then you kiss her again, and now you feel her hands on you. First nervous, then assured, stroking your body, caressing, feeling. How's that? She guides her hands down to her shirt, which you pull off. Her body presses against yours. Firm muscle, warm skin. God, you're perfect. Shh. She kisses you again, and you make your way down her side, kissing her neck, her collarbone. She slides her hands along you, feeling every inch. Here, lie down. Estella eases onto your bed, still touching you, pulling you with her. More. Touch me. Feel me. She moans, running her fingers through your hair as you kiss your way up her bare leg, up her thigh, and then deeper. Oh my God. She arches back in ecstasy, grabbing tighter, clenching you. Please. More. She pulls you onto her, and your faces are inches apart, and you can feel her breath on you, your hearts thundering together. I want you. I'm yours. Then you kiss her, press into her, and she clutches your back, digging her nails in, and the two of you are together, intertwined, pleasure and pain, total bliss. Okay then. Okay. That, all right. I have nothing really to say. Afterwards, you lay together, face to face, just an inch apart, your legs tangled up. That was amazing. Was it really? Of course, really. You should know. Estella is now friends with you. I've never done this before. Seriously? Seriously. I've never really trusted anyone like that, and not anyone I met. Until you, and I got to know you and felt this yearning that I've never felt before. Have I been missing out this whole time? Is kissing always this good? Seriously? Is that a question? You have never kissed either? I thought meant, the V card, but I'm assuming that's what happened. You never kissed either? Which, I mean, yes. I could actually kiss for hours. Actually, there was one... No, we're not getting into the... You lean in and kiss her full. Long, deep. I think her kissing is exceptionally good. I'd like to think so, too. You run your hand along the curve of her hip, along her toned stomach. So, you never really dated before? My life has been, let's say, atypical. Atypical on one. Estella turns away, looking up at the ceiling. My father abandoned my family when I was just a baby, so I was raised by my mother and my uncle in San Trabida. My uncle taught me the ways of our family business. He taught me everything I know. How to hunt, how to fight, how to kill. My mother, though, she always dreamed of a better life for me. A peaceful life, a safe life. That's why she loved working for Work International, because it was her ticket out of there. Your mother worked for Rourke? Yeah. When I was 15, she got reassigned to here, the Celestial. I stayed with my uncle because no children were allowed, but she still mailed home a letter every week. And then one day, the last letter came. This one was different. It was handwritten, messy. My mother claimed she discovered something Rourke was up to, something illegal, something very dangerous. She was afraid for her life. She begged my uncle to come get her. The next day, we received another letter, directly from Rourke International. It said my mother died in a freak accident at the resort. But I knew, even then, it was bull. Everett Rourke killed my mother. Are you sure that's true? What are you going to do about it? Well, both are good questions. Well, shit. I guess, what are you going to do about it? I vowed then and there that I had one mission, one goal, to avenge my mother, or die trying. Of course, it wasn't easy. How does a poor girl from San Trabito get close to the richest, most powerful man alive? I found out he has a son, little Everett Jr., enrolled in college under a fake name. I used my uncle's connections to forge papers to get me into the same school. I was so close to finding out who he was. What would you have done to Alistair? To be honest, I plan to take him hostage, use him to get me close to Rourke, and then get my revenge. Damn. Then I saw the contest. 10 students selected for a trip here, to Rourke's prize jewel, to the island where my mother died. I couldn't believe my luck when I won. But I had to go, to join you on this trip, if I was ever going to have a chance at my revenge. You still want that? Is that still your mission? Estella looks at you thoughtfully, her fingertips running along your side. Estella trusted you enough to share her secret. You've shown me things I didn't think were possible. Made me feel things that I didn't know I could feel. For that, I'll always be grateful. Why do I feel like there's a but coming? But Everett Rourke killed my mother, and that means he has to die. Estella. Suddenly Estella sits straight up in the bed. Did you see that? See what? Something went by, just outside the window. Estella, we're nowhere near the ground floor. I know, but I'm sure I saw something. Estella gets up to approach the window. Oh, that never gets old! That never gets old! The bedroom window explodes in a hail of glass, each shard gleaming in the moonlight. Ah! A figure swings through, landing solidly on his feet, his golden eyes glowing in the dark, locked with yours. John, go now! Chapter 14 complete, one of ruined clues. I love it. I really do. So, I have to now restart all this. Because, like I said, I'm going to do the one with Quinn. I want to see what happens. She's kind of like Estella. I feel like it'll go the same way, but it'll be more... Estella, you could see, like, the nails digging and the... You could tell it's kind of passive-aggressive / aggressive going in. I'm sure there was some roughness. Anyway! Oh, God. God, I'm going to hell. With that being said, so I'm going to restart this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crop in Quinn's part where she, where we go in from there. Sorry to all the folks that want the Jake and Sean parts. We're going to be working on that here in the near future. However, I have to restart everything. Now the question is, do I restart with a female? Basically, I mean, the only thing that's holding me back right now from doing that is the fact that Endless Summer really hasn't, the Diamond Edition for Book 1 really hasn't gone over that huge. I don't know what it is. Yes, it's a little bit late per se, but you know, I'm trying to build up now that our channel's got going. We're up to over 5,000 subscribers now, which is fantastic, things like that. So I'm trying to build up these things because I wasn't able to do this before to push forward with diamond content. And so I don't want to say, you know what, screw it, and then cut right straight to the most updated, because I'm going to have to, I mean, work my way up regardless to make diamond content the best it can be. Imagine Rules of Engagement or Royal Romance or Endless Summer or any of the books, Book 2 being the only ones we use diamonds in. It would not give you the maximum amount of potential and enjoyability, because things carry over, and diamonds carry over, and outfits carry over, and all this shit carries over from books 1 and 2 and 3 in cases like Freshman and Crown of Flame, things like that. So, with that being said, I'm trying to get the most, I guess you could say, bang for your buck. So, with that being said, yeah. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head on down to the description. You can find me social media pages, or if you're feeling generous enough, you can support my channel. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.